Sony Xperia T3 Review, Widths and Looks. Sony's Xperia T lineup has been growing out of 007's Tux, and the third generation is putting on a T-shirt. Okay, an oversized T-shirt, although the T3 has lost some weight and screen real estate compared to the T2. Gone is the Ultra moniker and the massive 6 display. The Xperia T3 is closer to smartphones than phablets. It is indeed that simple. The Sony Xperia T3 is a more compact version of the Xperia T2 Ultra phablet, one that you can slip in your pocket. The screen is still a high-quality IPS unit of 720p resolution, and Sony once again goes for the Snapdragon 400. The Xperia T3 is running KitKat out of the box, which is good, but other specs are taken a notch down. The camera, to begin with, is now an 8MP unit, down from 13MP in the T2 Ultra. On the upside, the proper shutter key is there. With a 2500 mAh battery, the Xperia T3 will probably struggle to match the impressive times of the T2 Ultra, but we'd be happy if it gets close enough. Here is the complete list. Key features. Impressively thin at 7mm 5.3720p IPS capacitive touchscreen triluminous display, 277 ppi, X-Reality engine, ambient light sensor, LTE connectivity, Android 4.4.2 KitKat, Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 chipset with quad-core 12 GHz Cortex, A7 processor, Adreno 305 GPU and 1GB of RAM, 8MP camera, single LED flash, 1080p video recording, dedicated hardware shutter key, 11MP front-facing camera with 720p video recording, 8GB of built-in storage, expandable via the microSD card slot, active noise cancellation with a secondary microphone, 2500 mAh battery, stamina power saving mode. Main disadvantages: non-user replaceable battery, no water or dust proofing. The Sony Xperia T3 seems reasonably equipped for the mid-range and does well to offer LTE connectivity on top of good looks and solid build. It's also one of the thinnest Sony smartphones around, with only the Z8 Ultra having a thinner profile. The sealed battery should hardly be a surprise. We guess it's part of the price you are paying for the omni-balance design. That said, we have perhaps seen too much of it already, though it isn't something to hold against a device of the Xperia T3's price bracket and level of equipment. Design and handling. It's not like we haven't seen the omni-balance design used on a plethora of Xperia smartphones over the past few years. It's probably time the next flagship moved on, but the mid-range Xperia T3 is on the safe side. It looks reasonably good and has pleasant handling. The Sony Xperia T3's entire front is occupied by the 5.3 IPS display. The non-removable rear cover is made of plastic, with matte finish in graphite black. The material doesn't look or feel low quality, but fingerprints tend to stick on. They would probably be harder to notice on the white and purple versions. Still, the issue is not as obvious as it would have been on a glossy surface. Just like most of the previous Xperia phones, the Xperia T3 sides are lined with a glossy strip for a nice contrasting accent. The only thing actually made of metal is the signature power/lock key. Handling the Sony Xperia T3 is a pleasure, and the screen size isn't a particular burden. With a 7mm waistline, the Xperia T3 feels great in hand, not bulky at all, and well put together, no wobbles or squeaks. In fact, it's among the thinnest Sony phones ever.